Breathe in, hold, count 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, and do it for 4 times. For many people, finding this calm is just a dream, but for those who have been through it, I know how frightening is when you can't breathe. So it is when your heart is palpitating so fast that you can feel it in your throat. Lungs feels like they're about to crash, grasping for air that feels like about to explode. So you truly feel like you're having a heart attack, which is not. It's a panic attack. So I know how terrifying these symptoms can feel. So my own journey through these moments taught me that panic attack is real. So after being married for 18 years, going through the stress of divorce, it became a major trigger for me. I found myself in situations where I was driving anxiously, fear for my life for no reason. So these symptoms are new for a healthy person like me. I had been to emergency twice in a month, thinking I was having a heart attack, and found out it's just a panic attacks that brought on by stress. See, panic attacks are physically and mentally draining, but we can break the cycle by using a box technique, and it was proven. So I am not a mental health professional, but I can share a technique that helped me going through with this panic attack. So today I will explain the problem of panic attacks and offer a temporary solution to help calm your body and mind and bring yourself back to yourself in those different moments. You see, a panic attack creates a severe physical and mentally burden that disrupts our daily life. So according to National Institute of Mental Health 2025, panic attack includes physical symptoms that often mimic a heart attack. These common symptoms are chest pain, abdominal pain, dizziness, sometimes it's a rapid heart rate. These physical sensations are incredibly distressing and create an overwhelming feeling of being out of control. So in my experience, even though these are not life threatening, panic attack is not a life threatening, but it feels like you're fighting for survival. So this intense distance distress can last for several minutes, but for a person experiencing it, it feels much longer. See, panic attacks create a cycle of fear and avoidance that limits a person's freedom. According to Mayo Clinic 2024, panic strikes anytime without a warning, leaving a feeling of constantly on edge. This unpredictably leads to anticipatory anxiety, where fear of next attack because of its own burden. So to cope with this fear, people avoid specific locations because they previously experienced an attack, according to Oram. So in my experience, this fear was the most intense when I was in busy places or driving in a traffic. So I feel like I was constantly waiting for an attack to happen. According to National Institute of Mental Health 2025, states that when this fear overwhelms a person, persistent worry can lead to the development of panic disorder. Since we now understand the heavy burden of this cycle, let's move to a solution. So, box breathing is an effective technique because it allows us to regain physical and mental control during a panic attack. So, this solution is effective and proven actually is because it physically resets our body, our mind to nervous system and brings the panic cycle. Actually, it breaks the panic cycle. According to Cleveland 2025, box breathing regulates heart rate and lower stress hormones like cortisol. So these techniques signals the brain to move from fight to flight state to rest and digest states. So by focusing on specific count, like what we did earlier, you provide your mind, and can distract from from everything, from racing thoughts. So this help you more feeling like a victim of symptoms to being a manager of your own health. So this technique is a practical, doable tool that can be used discreetly in any stressful environment. So there's 4 parts of cycle in the box breathing technique. So when it's like you're holding you're like breathe in, inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, release for 4, and hold it for 4 again. Because it requires no equipment, it can be done silently while driving, while at work, or wherever you go. So even though I am not a mental health professional, I can testify that this simple action helps bring you back to yourself. So today, I explained the overwhelming problem of panic attack cycle and offered a solution of box breathing technique to help calm and regain control in the moment. I have shown you that you don't have to be a victims of your physical symptoms. You don't have to be you don't have to be a victim, but be a manager of your own health. So I encourage each one of you to practice box breathing, and next time you feel the weight of your stress and your heart started to palpitate, it's simple, doable actions that can break the cycle and bring you back to yourself when you feel most lost. So remember, when fear overwhelms you, you just find your box and breathe. Thank you.